process or artificial grass makeup on.
God, imagine one of them did fall though. Underwhelming. I thought it was a real match. It was just a promotional piece. They should have played a literal fucking death match. Loser gets thrown off the side or some crazy shit. Fuck it. Dangerous tennis match. Now that sounds interesting. Let's go. Why Dubai built the world's deadliest tennis court? What? This looks fucking awesome. This is actually like Dead Man Wonderland kind of shit here.
Imagine a
tennis to the death.
Tennis where one wrong move could send you spiraling down over 700 feet to a very certain and painful death.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Not for the faint of heart. Unbelievably, this exact scenario actually played out one afternoon back in 2005, when tennis greats Roger Federer and Andre Agassi played a round of tennis on top a sky-high helipad converted grass tennis court, with no fencing or safety boundaries whatsoever.
Yeah.
Though pictures, discussions, and ridiculous myths have swirled the internet for years regarding this iconic matchup, little is actually publicly known about the circumstances, logistics, and real reasons behind the event's inception. A story revealed to involve a professional tennis tournament's struggle to stay alive, a man determined to solidify tennis's place in the Middle East, and a personal request from the Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates himself. Brace yourself if you have a fear of heights. Today we're uncovering everything behind the 700-foot tennis marketing stunt heard around and above the world.
There's a safety net right here. Overhyped.
The city of Dubai, a place now known for its exuberant opulence and futuristic architecture, was in very recent memory not much of a city at all. As a quick geography recap, the city itself is the capital of the Emirate of Dubai.
The city itself has
7
poop
total
trucks.
territories whom collectively
I learned
make
about
up the
those
country
recently.
of United Arab Emirates, located in Western Asia
transport
and governed
poop.
in part by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. More on him later. As mentioned, Dubai, and the Greater Emirates itself, was a small player on the world stage until the 20th century. Though initially known for the area's thriving pearling industry, a business decimated by World War I and the advent of cultured pearls, the discovery of abundant oil and the country's newfound independence from Great Britain in 1971 set the stage for a second and far more lucrative period of success for the Emirates. In extremely short order, the sparse desert landscapes of the country's wealthiest regions, particularly Dubai, transformed almost overnight into a thriving metropolis. Now, where does the crazy tennis match fit into all of this? Well, it starts with this man. Sensing opportunity from afar, Australian TV producer Jeff Chapman proposed an idea to Dubai executives in the early 90s to raise the city's profile even higher. A one-off tennis exhibition event featuring Martina Navratilova. Though the event itself did not pan out, the idea had enough support to justify the creation of an actual professional men's tournament, the Dubai Tennis Championship.
So when does the tennis match to the death start?
Every February. A triumphant tournament whose inaugural 1993 edition was, in every sense of the term, a total disaster. With no clear direction how to do so, organizers hastily built a tennis center, only to realize the courts themselves were not laid out correctly, as tennis courts must face north-south, not east-west. Upon fixing the courts, the temporary stadium's wooden scaffolding was found to creak heavily every time a person walked up or down the stands. Though the event comparatively fared better over the next 10 years, by 2003 the Dubai Championship was still struggling to gain proper footing in the tennis world, having remained sparsely attended with no high-profile players willing to play. When the tournament came under current director Salah Talak's leadership in 2003, pressures to turn the tournament's fortunes around reached a fever pitch when Talak was paid a visit by who other but the aforementioned ruler of Dubai himself, Sheikh Mohammed. A tennis fan, the ruler questioned why the tournament's stadium seats always appeared empty on TV, and requested
because no one likes tennis, I guess. I don't know.
With nowhere left to turn but upwards, Talak envisioned a comprehensive plan to elevate the tournament's status above all expectations. A plan to be capped off by a marketing stunt so extreme that it would be impossible for tennis fans not to be talking about tennis in Dubai. All Talak needed was some help from a couple friends. Roger Federer, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, was initially known to Dubai tennis officials as a match tanker?
What?
Having arrived to play in Dubai for the first time in 2002, the promising 21-year-old was beaten handily in the second round by German Rainer Schüttler, a lower-ranked player he had himself beaten just a month earlier. Determining the Swiss played far below expectations, Chapman, in his last year of directorship, decided to not only withhold Federer's prize money and appearance bonus, but reported him to the ATP for suspected wrongdoing. Following an investigation, the ATP ordered organizers to pay up the prize money. The appearance money, substantially larger, was held back on the condition that Federer
They just played like shit. I don't know what to tell you.
What began as a hostile association became a blossoming partnership, as Federer in subsequent years would win back-to-back Dubai titles and was eventually made tournament ambassador, significantly raising the event's international profile.
I just want to see the death match.
Talik and company's hard work at further improving the tournament, such as elevating its status to an ATP 500 event, Tiger Woods made headlines by teeing off the helipad of the newly constructed Burj Al Arab, a 5-star mega hotel just down the road from the tennis stadium that towered over 1,000 feet into the air. This gave Talik an idea. While not a massive helipad by any stretch, would it be big enough to fit a tennis court? Even if, would anyone in their right mind agree to play on it?
Absolutely.
And so it was after a period of planning.
Oh, whoever got this side though got fucked.
Construction and a couple phone calls.
Until they switch, I guess, but damn,
arrived
what
at
a
the
disadvantage.
Burj Al Arab on February 22nd, 2005 for the hit of a lifetime.
Crazy tier 1 hot soda.
Roger and Andre were forced to act out this hilariously awkward exchange on their way to the court.
Hey Andre, how's it going?
Roger, what's happening?
Yeah, everything's good. So, first time for you in Dubai?
First time here.
Special place, this hotel is amazing. They got a court upstairs. Want to hit?
Oh,
thanks for some frim.
Special court, let's go do it.
Yeah, let's do that,
That'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of good fun, let's go!
Roger's acting chops aside, the world was then finally introduced to the Sky Court, a specially constructed grass tennis court standing 689 feet above the ground upon Burj Al Arab's extended helipad. Though regulation tennis courts measure 27 feet
terrifying.
wide by 78 feet long, this one
they
was
played a real
really shortened
match
to fit the helipad's dimensions. And no, there's no camera trickery at play. There truly was no fencing or boundary to prevent the tennis balls or players themselves from falling off the edge. And judging by promotional video obtained, they weren't afraid to get too close. Regarding the stunt's logistics, Talik has said, "It took us about 1 month to convince both Agassi and Federer to do it, because one of them, I can't remember if it was Federer or Agassi, had a height phobia. Eventually, both of them agreed. Though Talik wouldn't specify, we can make an estimated guess which player he was referring to based on Andre's later recount. This was an absolutely amazing experience. When you first get over how high you are and start playing, it's an absolute joy."
I mean, it does seem cool. This was
no issues with the height as long as
definitely overhyped though. They didn't play a real game.
No information has ever been publicly revealed regarding the court's construction process or artificial grass makeup on.
God, imagine one of them did fall though. Underwhelming. I thought it was a real match. It was just a promotional piece. They should have played a literal fucking death match. Loser gets thrown off the side or some crazy shit. Fuck it. Give them like a parachute, and if they can figure out how to use it in time, they can survive. That's illegal. Maybe they sign waivers. That would be the best match of tennis those two men had ever played in their lives, though. Literally playing not to die. Oof. You would see some incredible stuff, I think. Hardwell. Don't want to get DMCA'd. Steve, hey!
Steve from Smash Mouth, let's go check out my crib. Hey now, you're an all-star.
Come on, please. Can we stop that? I just want to see his house.
Oh, we good. I'm about to get y'all like...
Wait, was that accurate? Oh, I thought it said 500 square feet. I was going to say.
I'm looking in, of course, I'm a plant lover, as you can see.
Very cool plant, Steve.
Pretty much sets the tone for when, you know, I had the ladies come over. And
what is up with the editing?
It's getting ready to be the craziest bachelor pad.
But it's kind of cool to be able to come home off tour and do some unpacking.
Steve, show me some cool shit. This place sucks.
Kind of thing. In here is the pool room.
Oh, yeah.
Parties. This is kind of the center attraction of the house where everybody wants to hang out.
This would be where I had somebody cook for me. I wanted like the Superman look type.
I don't know why they did this together. I just want to see Steve's.
Bedrooms. My love shack. It's the beautiful wood sled bed. I need a bed that can handle a lot of this, you know?
Yeah!
It's nice and cool out sometimes.
Because Steve is fucking... Yeah, salamin' ham.
We've got your standard marble floors. We've got tons of mirrors. We've got the big glass shower. We got the jacuzzi bathtub. You know, put some candles on around like I like to do, and just kind of relax once in a while. You
don't do that, Steve. I already know you don't. Don't lie to me. Don't you fucking lie to me ever again. Swear to God.
You ain't no player, for real. I got
all my leftover clothes. Usually all my friends that come over to visit, they'll take half of this home with them. This is actually just as big as my bedroom was when I was a kid. Check out my little Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Shrine. I've got the Elvis bubblegum trading cards. I've got the Elvis
Why?
piano watch. Beautiful. I've never wore it yet, though. Happened to open one of the packs and try to bite into some 1978 bubblegum, and it didn't really taste too well, so.
Does Steve have anything cool to offer?
Popsicle fanatic, so I usually have a big box of popsicles in my fridge.
Tombstone. It's real.
Man, that chin strap is fighting for its life right now. Holy Lord. God damn. Has he always had that? It's like he tried to draw a jawline in light gray Sharpie. He has? I've never noticed. I only just now noticed in this.
Now that we've kind of wrapped up the inside of my house.
That was your whole house?
We're in my
You have a pool table, a shitter,
and this is my backyard.
and the pantry, that's it?
Because I kind of like the noise of the waterfall. And over here is our jacuzzi, where we do most of our relaxing, actually.
Well, they didn't really show much of Steve at all. What a waste of time. Third video. I made a whole video about this. Steve Harwell's... He's been getting a little wild. I think he even quit Smash Mouth from all of the drinking. The 7-Up Jello salad? Haven't we seen that? Which one? Oh, this one?
Today I'm going to do Mom's Jello 7-Up salad. And you need 2 small boxes of orange Jello, a cup and a half of water, which is enough to percolate, the Humper's on boil watch.
I'm boiling water.
And a container of 7-Up. And then that's your first step. And then you add crushed pineapple and banana, sliced banana. And then optional things, my mom also put in mandarin oranges and usually a handful or 2 of mini marshmallows. And for the crushed pineapple, you want to keep the juice, reserve it.
I have no interest in NFTs.
Which comes in later for the topping. Okay, I put the Jello in a bowl, and when the water gets to boiling and hot, here he comes with it. You want to dissolve your Jello. Yeah, pour it in. Ooh, not on me. You almost spilled it on me.
You don't need no more of this thing.
No. So is this shitty cooking or not? Because it's going to be really hard to fuck this up, I
Dissolve
think.
your Jello into your hot water. You want to pour in the container of...
Okay, let me see how it comes.
Slide this in the refrigerator and let it get nice
what
and
just happened?
set.
Oh, those are marshmallows.
Lid on it.
Thanks for some gopher.
And then the topping takes a half cup of sugar and 3 tablespoons of flour, which is in this bowl, 2 tablespoons of butter, an egg, and the cup of pineapple juice that you set aside.
Yeah, it came out fine, I'm sure. Yeah. Not even shitty cooking. Just boring. Oh, right. Master Wong gun defense. Oh, Master Wong's pretty good. Yeah, Master Wong should fight the Detroit Survival Urban Fitness Training Sensei Dale. I wonder who would win. Maybe there would be no winner. Can we watch some fedora tricks? Of course we can. Fedora hat tricks new.
This is Nelson.
Hey Nelson.
And for those who know me, you guys always see me with this fedora hat.
Good.
And there's a special reason for that. It's just that I'm getting old, so I'm trying to hide it because I'm getting old. Yeah.
This guy's got some fucking drip.
I decided to show you guys some moves, some basic moves. So let me get to business because I don't have much time. And I'm gonna show you some basic.
Come on, Nelson, do some cool shit. I'm ready.
Move number 1. I just like this song. Not of Stellar. That's my boy. Okay, so move number 1. You grab the hat to the sides and you just flick it.
Ooh.
And it gives this pretty nice effect. Okay.
And he starts shuffling.
And just go like this.
Hey!
Okay. Let's see.
The fedora tricks got you to drop 25,
If
eh?
you guys want to grab it like this.
Really appreciate it, Sox. Thank you,
So
man.
it doesn't go to the sides. Okay. It's even better. Okay. You can follow, as you guys see. You guys can grab it like this.
This is some Sigma male shit for sure.
Another way of putting it in your head, this one is a little harder, but it's not that hard. It's like this. Okay.
Oh,
sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, that was a little off.
But
yeah, that's cool.
Okay. And it looks hard, but it's not that hard because if you grab it from here, you see, and you put this finger.
I need to get a fedora.
There. Okay. It's gonna go like the spring effect. See? then you just gotta control it so it goes straight to your head.
I'm gonna have to buy a fedora. I have to. With tricks like these?
Now, in a nightclub, it's harder, as I told you. So we got one. Okay. That. This one, you can actually follow it with this hand. Grab it like this. Now, let me see.
Jesus, how many tricks are there?
If you go like this and you grab it from here, as you see, the round part is gonna be right there, and you can go like this.
Whoa! This guy's kind of smooth.
This one is a little bit more advanced. You can do it two ways. You either go like this, drop it, put it. Okay.
Oh, blew it.
Put it in your head.
Not getting laid now.
Throw it and grab it. If you can catch it with your head, better. You go like this, you drop it, put it on your foot, okay, and throw it. Another way of setting it to your foot.
True, Wasper. And thanks to Tier 1 Frankly Savage.
And then you just go like, oh, and boom. Okay. Just make a throw. Put it in your foot. You gotta look and throw it. Okay?
That's not nearly as cool. Kick it to your head.
Okay. Oh.
Blew it.
On my face. Okay.
Thanks to Tier 1 Big Daddy Draco.
Okay. So I'm gonna do them again.
Oh, come on. Jesus Christ, Nelson.
Okay. That one, like this. You can follow.
Yankov, what's the news? Thank you, man. I appreciate the generosity tonight. Have you seen the Japanese spinning top competition? You talking about the Beyblades? This? Oh! Yeah, we watched this. This was a really cool series. Yeah, they hired the space team versus just actual craftsmen. It's really cool. We watched this whole thing a long time ago. I don't remember who wins. Wasn't the space team?
Heat of the friction that way.
Just a little, right?
It's worrisome.
How will the
I'm pretty sure the space team wins. Even though it's really wobbly, I think they do win.
Both have passed 17 minutes. The top is strong.
Oh, never mind.
It's down at 17:55.
Damn, the master craftsman fucking slapped. Does it ever stop?
56 seconds. Plum top
Oh, there it goes.
It's swaying a lot. 10 seconds till we hit 19. But it's swaying a lot. Will the plum top manage to...
Oh, just barely missed it. Thanks for the 5 gift. God damn, thank you for the 5 gift subs sucks and the 10 gift subs trash. Jesus, thank you for the back-to-back gift subs. We watched that a long time ago. There was a series where they used to do shit like that, and I forgot the name of it now. But we used to watch a lot of the Japanese like game show content and competitions. Like we watched the pizza spinning competition and all that. Fuck, it was cool. That's a cool name, Action Park. Actually, is this the one where the kid got decapitated? No, I don't think so, actually. I'm pretty sure that was a local park. Yeah, no, this is not the one. There was a water park that was so dangerous. One of their slides, a kid got decapitated, and his head rolled down the slide and blood spewed all over the slide. No, I mean, the video doesn't have any of that. It just has, like, the aftermath, but that's how fucking wild that park was. It's not this park. It's not this one. I can already tell you it's not this one, because it was like a really small local water park.
Rolling the sled with an infant in her arms. It's that easy. After the success of the slide, Mulvihill went forward with his plans to expand.
Sorry to pause it right away, but I think someone just got it. I think that's the one. It was called Schlitterbahn. Wait, is this place still open? Schlitterbahn is the ticket to summer fun in Texas. What the fuck? Oh man, it's like a whole brand in Texas. How do you keep a water park open when one of your fucking attendees gets decapitated? On August 7th, 2016, a 10-year-old child, Caleb Thomas Schwab, son of Kansas Representative Scott Schwab, was decapitated in the park while riding the Verrückt, a water raft ride touted as the world's tallest water slide, and Schwab died before reaching the bottom. 2 other unrelated riders in the same raft sustained injuries, and the ride was decommissioned and later demolished. The park settled with all parties in 2016. In March of 2018, a Wyandotte County grand jury filed indictments against the park and 3 park employees, including the park's co-owner, Varrock's designer, and a former park executive. The indictment accused the park and its employees of negligence as well as concealing design flaws and other issues with the ride. On February 22nd, 2019, all charges were dropped by the Judge Robert Burns? What do you mean, the charges were dropped? Oh, I guess the kid wasn't decapitated. That's fucking crazy. Oh, there's 2 deaths at this park. On March 6, 2013, Nicholas Nico Benavides, a 20-year-old seasonal employee at Schlitterbahn, was fatally injured when an overhead gate slammed down and pinned him. He was left on life support for organ donation and later died. Okay, so that wasn't necessarily, like, the ride's fault. That sounds really unlucky. But, I mean, the decapitation of the child is a direct result of how bad that ride was designed. Here's a picture of it. I remember watching something on this. I think it was, like, the year after it happened I heard about it, but this ride right here was fucking nuts. If I remember correctly, what happened is he was going down, and I don't think you can see it here, but there's like some like overhang wire or some shit, and I guess they call it like a jump, so he went airborne a little bit and then got decapitated somewhere over here, and then his body and head just kept rolling down. It's fucking nuts. I don't know how Schlitterbahn is still open after that. It's not just one park, it's 17 on a river.
I love Action Park because it's so beautiful.
It's like coming to Broadway. It's wonderful.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
Race like a pro.
God damn it, where is she? You're telling me great grandmammy Ruth is somehow ripping and roaring down Action Park's water slides? I don't know how many of you go to water parks, but that shit is so fucking painful. Like, there's just barely enough water on those slides so you don't actually, like, skin yourself alive and get, like, flogged by the course. That's an extreme grandma.
Not only was it one of the first water parks of its kind in the United States, on land was the popular battle action tanks. For an additional fee,
pretty cool.
guests could ride inside tanks equipped with tennis ball cannons.
That's pretty fucking
to
cool.
Shoot the other tanks in the caged area on one of their targets.
I don't care how dangerous it was. Reopen it. I'm in.
Those that chose to ride the tanks were allotted 5 minutes to do so, and those that did not want to ride could pay to use a stationary cannon from the outside. Maintenance employees attempting to fix broken down tanks were subject to fire from the rowdy guests.
Oh, here comes
kart race attractions.
The
super go-karts were driven on a small loop. The karts themselves were designed to max out at 20 miles per hour, but the employees found that
YouTube pranked by a
governor device allowed the cart to go as fast as possible. There were 2 water rides in Motor World. The super speedboats were driven in a small circle around an island in a pond that also had a large population of snakes in it. The guests would often attempt to bump nearby boats, as if they were on Motor World's other water attraction, bumper boats. These were boats placed in a small pool, and were designed to withstand guests crashing into one another. These were known to leak gasoline, which once required a guest to be examined after too much fuel leaked on their skin. The boats were also incredibly small, and riders with long legs had to position their feet off the side of the boat.
This place does look fucking awesome, though, to be fair.
This led to injuries and bone fractures after collisions. Finally, Motor World had 2 airbase attractions. One was Space Shot, which was a typical drop tower ride and was one of the safest rides at the park, given it was only open for Action Park's last operating year. The second air ride was another upcharge attraction, Slingshot, which was also fairly safe. This ride was a common amusement park and carnival ride, in which guests were shot up on 2 bungee cords and flipped upside down as they flew through the air. To be fair,
that part of the park looks awesome.
Sometimes labeled the Alpine Center.
These
included the aforementioned, partially based off of the popular American Gladiators TV show. This included obstacle courses and jousting matches against the Action Park.
This sounds like the best park of all time.
Action Park had its own monorail called the Transmobile. This went to the Ski Lodge, the Alpine Center, and to Motor World.
What the fuck?
So far, Action Park is... Moreover, where are the water slides?
Yeah, if they just got rid of Water World, everything else seems perfect.
The action in Action Park. Waterworld had it all. It was home to the tidal wave pool, a 100 feet by 200 feet pool that could hold anywhere between 500 and 1,000 people. It's on.
There's nothing more uncomfortable than like a communal pool like that.
This was challenging for swimmers.
Piss and shit all over the place in the water.
It was hard to read, and the fresh water was more difficult to swim in than salt water. This was also a popular attraction for men to pull down their pants or women to pull up their tops for the line of people to see. The appropriately named Aqua Scoot gave guests
of course,
with which they would slide down into.
That's what I want to do. Show my dick to a bunch of kids at a water park. Yeehaw.
They would skip across.
This park is fucking nuts. It's like something I'd make in Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Which resulted in collisions.
I'll just have a 500-foot dive into shark-infested water.
No one was at the bottom of the ring and used underwater fans to simulate water rapids.
And absolutely alligators.
But that goes without saying at this point. A similar ride, the Roarin' Rapids, allowed guests to ride in a 1 or 2 person raft down a similar river. The Surf Hill had riders slide down a multi-laned, multi-hill slide on a mat.
God damn, that seems nuts!
Cross over to the adjacent lanes and cause collisions. And the 7th hill, nicknamed
Pretty
Backbreaker, riders flying.
Oh, that's the one, yeah!
The Colorado River Ride was
a
ride. This time
holy shit!
And it went through the wooded area of the park. At one point, the riders would come to a fork in the river and had to choose between two pegs down. The cannonball loop was indicative of a larger issue with Action Park, as many of the other attractions were poorly crafted by designers that were less than engineers, and most were designed to minimize cost rather than maximize safety.
And maximizing fun. Like, these rides look fucking cool.
Alcohol at many of the convenience stands, often to minors.
These are some Imagineers.
Brewery near Motorworld.
Fantastic summer festivals and scrumptious food and drink, including an authentic German brewery. Come to Action Park.
Honestly, Action Park has it all.
Only thing that's great. Labor Day.
Only 6 deaths were recorded here. Reopen.
The majority of those employees
I wouldn't go, but the existence makes me happy.
Handle the rowdy guests and communicate with them. It is no wonder what happened.
Prime Exotic and resub Knife and Jeff in the Prime Break.
On July 8th, 1980, a male employee was riding the Alpine slide when his cart went off the track. He hit his head on a rock during the crash, killing him. He was only 19. 2 years later, on July 24th, 1982, a 15-year-old guest was overcome by the waves of the tidal wave pool and drowned. On August 1st, a mere week later, a 27-year-old guest was riding the kayak experience when he was trying to re-enter his kayak after falling out. When doing this, he made contact with the live wiring that powered the underwater fans. The electrocution sent him into cardiac arrest, and he passed after being rushed to the hospital, tidal wave pool. And on July 19th, 1987, another guest drowned there, giving it the nickname the Grave Pool. These deaths are tragic, and often overshadowed.
Yeah, that's the worst place to die, surrounded by other people's piss. Your sarcophagus becomes a literal toilet.
Other injuries,
at a communal tidal pool.
And also
holy
the lax
shit.
regulations New Jersey had for amusement and water parks.
Get wet. Get wet. Action Mountain. Feel the thrill as you zoom
Fuck! I want to get wet and wild. Let's fucking go!
While the kids play
Action Park, and was closed in 1991. Action Mountain ran into some financial difficulties
with the
IRS in the town it was located in, and was closed in 1986.
Before WoW, he was just doing backstrokes at Action Park tidal pool.
The local ER, on the other hand, said that they would have to treat 5 to 10 guests on some days. In response to the high amount of guests visiting the hospital, Action Park bought.
What are you complaining about? You're making a lot of money off that.
Despite all of these
5 to 10 guests a day.
Action Park wouldn't come until 19. After this, the ski resort and Action Park were handed from investor to investor, undergoing renovations for 2 years before reopening in 1998 as Mountain Creek. Safety was a priority under this management, and a valiant effort was put forth to distance Mountain Creek from Action Park's reputation. 2 years later, in 2014, Mountain Creek was rebranded back to Action Park.
Yeah!
Many of its classic attractions, and started construction on new, terrifying ones. The Skycalibur was another attempt at a 360-degree vertically looping water slide.
Fuck yeah!
Used technology to enhance safety. From my knowledge, it is yet to open at the park, and there's almost no information on its status. In 2016, it was renamed back to Mountain Creek in order to once again get away from the negative connotation of Action Park. Action Park is not remembered for its death toll. It is remembered for and by the kids that grew up with it and survived it. It is seen as a place where the quote-unquote popular and brave teens hung out. The fact that it was referred to as Traction Park or Class Action Park doesn't matter, because it's inherent.
That's a cool name, Class Action Park. That's pretty good.
The burns, bruises, and the fractured tibias were a rite of passage for its former guests.
Yeah. Do we have any Action Park survivors in the chat?
Roller coaster at Disney in California or at Universal in Florida? Well, welcome to Vernon, New Jersey. Were you able to survive Action Park?
You going to bed? I'll say goodnight in a sec. That was super fucking cool. It makes me want to go to Action Park. God damn.